welcome to my yoga channel. This is Ursula and welcome to Stretch Your Hamstrings and Glutes. So come into a forward fold position, bend your knees freely, interlace opposite hand to opposite elbow, and let's just let those hamstrings and the lower back open up here automatically, naturally by hanging forward. Letting your breath flow in and out of your nose without any forcing it. Just naturally let that happen. And then you bringing your hands down. I'm walking a little here to the side so you can see me better, and swaying the torso from side to side as you're bending one knee and straightening the other. Just any further opening of your back body, your hamstrings. Make sure you keep your heels down, your feet completely pressed into your yoga mat, and feel that stretch all the way along the hamstring, the calf, and the glutes. Be easy on your neck and shoulders, and you can pause on one side and take an extra breath. Opening your feet wider here and finding your toe lock for monkey pose. So index finger and thumb toe lock the big toes. Feel free to bend your knees on the inhale and looking forward, and on the exhale maybe straighten the legs a little bit more and bend the elbows deeper. So get used to this move. It does not quite look the same when you first start up. Do the best you can as long as you're feeling that extension in your back body, in your back legs. That's all we're asking for. Opening up this tightness is key with our practice today. Lengthen out. And exhale, fold again, gently pulling on the big toes to pull you a little bit deeper into that monkey pose. Then release and slowly stack your spine and come up. And you don't have to change. Hopefully you're in the right direction of your yoga mat. We're going to come down and set up downward facing dog as we walk forward. And further opening and stretching the hamstrings here in downward facing dog, coming a couple times onto all 10 toes, and with each time you coming back into downward facing dog, your hamstrings will give, behind your knees will lengthen and open up the tightness in your muscles. Let's take that left leg and cross it from the front over, and increasing here the weight on the straight leg. You can bring it behind you. I do it in front. It doesn't really matter. And then we're doing likewise. Left leg goes in front of the right leg. Gently pulsing here the heel closer and closer as your Achilles tendon gives. And be aware that you more likely do not bring all your heels down. And then we're coming here into a plank pose and come back. Just a little bit with each exhale. Doesn't have to be a perfect strong plank. Just lengthening out the body. Inhale, exhale, belly in, push it back and let the hamstrings open up naturally. Bringing here your right leg up. Get a little more momentum, rocking up and down that heel, spreading the toes. And likewise, left leg lifts. You don't have to go very high. Do what you can. It's all about the hamstrings and the glutes today. Because when we have tightness in the hamstrings and in the glutes and in the calves, our hips, our lower back will feel the effect of it. So it's important on a regular basis to stretch that. Let's grab your 2 blocks. You don't have to. I just suggest that. Bring your hands on it and we'll lengthen forward and slightly coming back and forth. Nothing deep yet as we lengthening back. Keep the knee bent. Stretching the psoas muscle on the left and working to warm up the right hamstring as we're stretching back. Use your blocks to walk back. Lift the front toes up. If this is too intense, then just relax the front foot And lengthen here with your arms, using the left arm to guide you more forward. Let your torso relax, and we come up and come a bit deeper. Just straighten the torso here the best you can. And switch it up into downward facing dog again. Lifting now up the left leg. And step it all the way through. Grab your blocks. I just feel I have more control when I'm using blocks and stretching. And just let your breath flow in and out of your nose. Don't think about it. Just let it breathe itself and go back and forth to slowly deepen that stretch and warming up the hamstrings. So likewise here, I move the blocks. You can see my knee is still slightly bent. I'm not the most flexible person, so do what you can. Balance with your fingertips, with your arms, and lengthen the spine. Try not to round your back at all. Lengthen the crown of your head forward and breathe, feeling the strain of the tightness vanish. Let's come down into that low lunge here. Just straighten, squaring the hips. And we step it back into downward facing dog again. Notice here, check in a little bit if you start feeling your hamstrings giving. So we're stepping the right leg forward and the left leg is back, but we're on the toe mount. So not the foot is completely down, but both legs try to be straight as you square your hips and lengthen that torso over that front leg. Another wonderful way to lengthen hamstrings, calf, Achilles, and the glute. Breathing deep. We're holding those poses here a bit longer, and then we're just stepping a more narrow in. Square the hips again. This time the back foot is completely planted and is roughly in a 45-degree for pyramid pose. If you're looking at my legs and the mat, it forms a pyramid. So you may lift up the front toes, that intensifies the stretch in the front leg, or keep the foot down. Be easy in your neck and shoulders, and just breathe. Step forward. Slowly come up, shake out your shoulders here a little bit, folding forward again, and stepping now the right leg back, heel is lifted. You may lift the front foot up to intensify or keep it all the way down. This is not pyramid pose yet. Just breathe in and out. Breathing will open up your muscle tension. Let's step that back foot a bit into pyramid. Keep squaring those hips. Try to lift up here the toes and notice the difference in the stretch you get. Be on your fingertips. Feel free to use blocks. You can bring also your arms into your lower back and just support one hand down, or bringing both arms up. Letting the stretch here happen, letting the fascia, the connective tissue open. Step forward, ragdoll style, come up, just stretch, and we're folding forward again. And folding in this time. Grab the block perhaps and rest your hands on the block, holding onto the side, and let your body go a little deeper. Try to balance your legs in the center of the four corners of your feet, so do not lean your booty back. And we're going to step out here in a side straddle. Bring the big toes a bit in. Micro bend your knees and coming down, little pressing up and down, elbows go more back. You can also interlace opposite hand to opposite elbow and sway, or hold on to your lower legs and gently pull your torso in, looking under your legs behind you. Another wonderful way to open up your hamstrings and your glutes, and of course your lower back. When your hamstrings are not super tight, your lower back will be so happy because you're not pulling anything under. You have the perfect alignment you need for your healthy back and hips and knees. Let's walk it over to the right side, maybe holding on behind your calf, or set your fingers next to your foot and square the chest over that straight leg. Micro bend your knees. Let's walk it over to the other side. Do likewise. Deep breathing. Focus on your breath and guide that exhale into your tightness you still feel. And we're going to come down. Bringing the right knee into the chest, foot flat, lengthening out that left leg. And we're going to cradle. So we take the foot into the left hand and we open up more hip and glute and outer hip here and partially your hamstring. Holding that foot in place in front of your chest. Maybe the football hold, we call that, or like a bicep curl, laying your leg in it. Make sure your spine is straight, your chest is lifted, and you bring in that lower leg pretty parallel to your shoulders and flex the foot. Deep breathing here. And we're bringing it down and fold forward, Paschimottanasana. Pull that buttocks flesh a little bit out. Lengthen here again, hamstrings, calves behind the knee. If you want to bend your knees slightly here, go ahead and do so to release a little bit more the lower back. And then we're going to do that same thing, bending the left knee, take the right hand, bring the foot parallel to your chest the best you can. You can just hold it like that or doing that football hold again. Flex the foot. Try to lengthen here that spine. Relax the shoulders. Deep breathing. Flex the bottom foot as well as you're pressing the back of your leg down. And we're bringing the leg down. And let's grab your strap or a rope. And we're gonna wrap it around our right foot, the ball mount of your toes. Lean back. This is one of my favorite hamstring stretches. Let the strap on in each hand go long. You can also use a TheraBand and bring your elbows next to your body. So if you bend your knee a little, it is okay. It takes a while to really open up, and a daily regular practice with this sequence today will get you in no time to more flexibility in your hamstrings. So you decide how much you pull the leg forward towards you. It does not have to in the beginning come all the way down. It can be more of a 90-degree angle. And then press the opposite leg down. Pull that core in and try to press your lower leg down. Let's switch it up. Feel free to stay here longer. This is the end or the last move of our practice today. So feel free to stay in each stretch as long as it feels good and work your way up to a longer stretch. Breathing deep, letting the strap guide you in that hamstring stretch. Feels so amazing when we open this up. So gently letting that leg come down, and you can rest here in a Shavasana or just get up and continue your day. I thank you for practicing with me. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss one of my videos. Have a blessed day. Thank you very much.